Students, as you all know that yesterday I have tell you the half of the part of the chapter, second chapter, Pip meets a convict. Today I am going to discuss you rest of the part of the chapter. So I am come to the page number 25. This is your page number 25. When Pip is talking with convict, the convict said, "Blacksmith, eh?" said he and looked down at his leg. Man means blacksmith, eh? Means with a sure question. He's asking to Pip that his wife's husband do the blacksmith job. Okay. After looking at his leg and me several times, he took me by both arms. Means when he looked at his leg and at him several times, he took him by his both arms and tilted means shaking Pip several times back as far as he could hold him. Then he stared into my eyes. Means Pip is saying that convict stared into his eyes. "Now look here," he said. "I need to decide if I will let you live." Now look here. Convict is saying to Pip that look here, and I decided to let you live. Do you know what a file is? He asked the first question, do you know what is a file? Yes, sir. Pip answered, yes, sir. And do you know what grub is? Again, Pip said, yes, sir. After each question, he tilted me over a little more. Means with every question, he tilted some over and over to Pip. This made me feel helpless. Now Pip is feeling helpless. I was in danger. He felt that he was in danger. You get me a file? He tilted me again. He asked to Pip, you get me a file? And shake him again. And you get me grub? And shake him again. File is a tool made by it is a sharp edges tool used for the sharpening of the object. And next is grub. Grub is a slang word used for food. He tilted me again. You bring them both to me. Now convict said to Pip that you bring both to me. He tilted him again. Or I will have your heart and liver out. You give me file and grub, otherwise I will take out your heart and liver. He tilted me again. Now he again tilted to Pip. I was dreadfully frightened. Now this makes Pip dreadfully means very much more frightened and hoped that he would not drop me. And he also think that convict never drop him. I clung to him with both hands. At this time, again convict is shaking Pip. He gave me a most tremendous drip and roll so that the church jumped over its own weathercock. Means he shaked me so very much that at that time weathercock is the equipment which tells the direction. Then still holding me up on the tombstone, and he set Pip to the tombstone. He went on. Early tomorrow morning, bring that file and the grub. He said to Pip that bring me the file and the grub. You bring the lot to me. And if you bring this file and grub to me, you bring lot to me. This convict is saying to Pip at that old battery over there. At this time, he is looking like a old battery. If you do it and you don't say a word about me, I will let you live. He said to Pip that if you help me to bring these things, I will let you go. And if you fail or say anything at all about me, then your heart and your liver shall be torn out. Means he take out the Pip's heart and liver both, roasted and eaten it. Now I am not alone. Now convict is saying that he is not alone. There's a young man hiding with me. He said that he was not alone and one man is also there. In comparison with him, I am an angel. He said, Convict said to Pip that comparison of that person, I am an angel. I am a good person. That young man can hear us now. Now Convict is saying to Pip that the another young man is hearing us now. That young man has a secret way of getting at a boy. And that young man has a secret way. And the young man is also a secret way to getting at a boy and at his heart and at his liver. He know how to take out your heart and liver. Come to the next page. A boy can't hide himself from that young man. And he again said that a small boy never hide from that young man. A boy may lock his door, may be warm in bed. And when the boy go, he lock his door, warm in bed, may tuck himself up, may draw the clothes over his head. And he cover his head with the clothes, may think himself comfortable and safe. And also think that he is now comfortable and he thought that he is comfortable and safe. But that young man will softly creep his way to him and tear him open. Means he thought that the young man come to him. Creep means walk quietly. Creep to him. This is thought by the Pip. And tear him open means open his cover. I am keeping that young man from harming you at the present moment. Now the convict said to Pip that I am keeping that young man from harming you at the present moment. Means I am keeping you safe from that another person with great difficulty. I find it very hard to hold that young man off of your inside. And I find that very hard to hold that young man. To stop that young man. Now what do you say? What do you say? He's asking to Pip. I was so frightened, but I said that I would get him the file. I was so frightened means Pip is so frightened that he said that I will give you the file and I would get him that broken bits of food also. This all are said by the Pip. I could and I would come to him at the battery early in the morning. In the morning again Pip come to that man. Promise on your life, said the man. Man is saying that it is promised to you, you have to come next morning and give me the file and the grub. I promised and he took me down from the top of the tombstone. At this time when Pip gave the promise, the convict put him down in the floor. Now he went on, remember that promise and remember that young man and get home. Now Pip went back home, remember that promise and remember that young man. Good night, sir, I stammered. Now at this time Pip is saying good night, sir. He stammered and went back his home. It is going to be a long night for me. At this time Pip is saying that it is going to be a long night, said he. He looked at the cold, wet, flat marsh. Now convict is sitting on the floor. I wish I was a frog. He said that I wish I was a frog or an eel. Eel is a bird. He hugged his shuddering body in both his arms. Now he hugged himself as if to hold himself together and limbs towards the low church wall. Now convict is sitting to the back of the church. He got over it slowly like a man whose legs were numbed and stiff. Now his legs are become more stiff and then turned round to look for me. Pip again and again seeing that the man is not coming behind him. When I saw him turning, I was frightened again and ran home without stopping. Means Pip is now running without stopping, and this is written by the great Charles Dickens. So what you all have to do, you all have to read the chapter. If you have any difficulty, you can ask me and find out the hard words of this chapter and find out the meanings also. Okay, thank you beta.